Hello, welcome to yet another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. Today's game is Street Fighter on the Commodore Amiga. This game, I have not fond memories as such. I have quite specific memories about this game. Back in the day, with the price of games and the poor wages that were on back in the 80s, me and my mate, we used to buy one game a month between us, and we'd take it in turns to who was going to own the game. In this particular month, we decided we were going to get Street Fighter, so we got the bus into Edinburgh, bought Street Fighter. It was probably about 40 quid at the time. Came back to my house, got back. The time it took him to make a cup of tea for us, I shouted him through because I'd actually completed the game on the time it took him to make a cup of tea. And my memory, I've never played it since. My memory back then, it was bloody awful. And going by some of the reviews, it seems to indicate it is pretty pish. So anyway, here we go. This is Street Fighter by Capcom. Oops, could have gone for Japan. Dearie me. It's worse than I remember. I mean, look at the absolutely juddery scrolling. That's just unforgivable. Because it looks like an 8-bit game here. Oh, there's a spinning kick. As I say, I'm sure I completed this on one credit. I either completed it on one credit, or else I definitely completed it by the time he came through, having put the kettle on. The thing is, ironically, this game, I didn't even get kicked once. The funny thing was, I remember playing this game in the arcades, and even the arcade version was shite. What can he set it apart from games, you know, for sort of games back then, was it actually came with proper pads which actually punched, and I think that depending on how hard you actually punched, determining how hard you actually punched in the game. The funny thing was, this game then led on to Street Fighter 2, which was one of probably the most successful franchises in computer games. Static graphics aren't too bad, it's only when they start moving. It's like I said in my review of Crazy Cars, back then the developers thought that if they put in decent graphics, some sampled sound effects, then that would be enough. Never mind smooth gameplay or even any playability. I've never played this since 1988 and it's still garbage. It's actually worse than I remember. Geki. Now Ryu, obviously, he remained in the Street Fighter games, although he dyed his hair black. Oh, Shuriken. It's actually more like Year Kung Fu. Although Year Kung Fu is actually a very good game. This is not a good game. Now this is actually being played on a proper Amiga, so this is the speed it ran at. I'm going to die. Oh! Looks like he's trying to crawl away. Well, I'm trying to actually figure out what moves you have. Pushing away from yourself with the fire button, when it decides to work, does a spinny kick type thing, like so. Pressing towards with the fire button, oh, I'm dead. Does a normal kick. Pressing up seems to jump. Try again, kiddo, don't patronise me. Let's go for a good old UK. Bardy. I don't remember him getting into Street Fighter games. Again, if you actually saw static screenshots, you'd think, oh, this looks good. when it starts actually moving, you realise what an abhorrent mess it is. In fact, the billboard above that shop kind of describes the game pretty well. So yep, you can guess right. My friend was absolutely gutted when he picked this game and found it was absolutely shit. Although so my reactions aren't what they were back in 1988. Bill Cravens, I wonder if that's a relevant name. I mean, look at the graphics, look at that car, that shit looks half finished. So you've got spinny kick, and you've got a kind of flying kick thing. But it's just so slow, completely unresponsive. Oh, this is bloody awful. I mean, even what kind of shit name is Birdie? I mean, I don't know, call him something else, Punk or Death Punk. Birdie, that's going to put the fear of death into you. Ah, the old sweeping kick. Let's see if that works wonders. Yeah, it appears to. Well, I think I'll not be playing any more beat 'em ups for a while after Rise of the Robots yesterday, and now this, although I would say this is a damn sight worse than Rise of the Robots. Yeah, punch to the ball. Spinny kick. Spinny kick. See if I can get him against the wall and do a spin kick. The problem is you see me back off when you do a spinny kick. Ah, spinny kick. This time, spinny kick. Ah. 1-1. Ah, I can do a bottom spinny kick. That's going to take him surely. You can't even seem to do a normal sort of flying kick, can I? You can do that thing, but I don't know how I managed that. It's hard to believe that this was the game that went on to become Street Fighter 2. I mean, Street Fighter 2 is an awesome game. I'm not very good at beat 'em ups, as you can probably tell, but this is dire. Street Fighter 2 is a work of genius compared to this. Almost my reactions are a lot worse than they were, because I'm sure I completed the game by then. Let's try Russia. China, sorry. Oh, a stereotype Chinese bloke holding a glass of wine, by the looks of things. Interestingly, I think Ryu is the only character in this game that went on to feature in Street Fighter 2, although he had a bit of a makeover. He's gone from being a ginger to having black hair. And it's just so slow. I mean, the reaction time between the sprite moving from when you press the fire button, there's a good second delay. That's awful. Sit down. Oh, that's me, it's almost getting killed. Oh no, sorry, it's not. Spinny kick. Hooray! Right, listen guys, that's 10 minutes. I've had enough of this shite. This is Street Fighter on the Commodore Amiga. Thanks for watching.